What's going on, guys? I'm Endless Win. Welcome back to Season 1, Episode number 49. One more to 50 of Minecraft Feed the Beast single-player series. I did the things I was supposed to. Well, I did some of it. I didn't clean up. But I did run our conduits all the way around. We got conduits running right over there. And I wanted to go ahead and start jumping into the first thing I was going to do in here. And I'll show you why I'm doing it first. If you look in here, I've got a lot of iron ore just sitting in here. I've got a lot of ores, period, sitting in here. Look at all that. That's just craziness, right? So that's kind of, I won't say waste, because I do have what I need, but, you know, with our storage, it is a little bit of a waste. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to create a couple machines to automate the processing of these ores. So I'm going to want a pulverizer. There we go, a pulverizer. And we'll create all... Actually, you know what, you've seen these machines, guys. Let me create a few machines and then I'll show you how to implement them. Alright guys, so what I'm doing, I've run some wire here and I've got a precision export bus set up here because I'm trying to get rid of all of my stuff. So what I'll do now here, just to make it simple for us, is I'm going to put that right next to it. We're going to get stuff from the side, and I want to export out of the redstone furnace and import into our ME system from the top here. So I'm actually going to have to make another one of those bad boys, I believe. Let's see here. Just a basic one for this will do. Probably going to have to, this is why I'm doing all this stuff, so everything will be automated. I'll have to go over here and pulverize stuff, melt stuff, things like that. So I'll be right back in just a moment. Okay, that was easy. I actually didn't have to do anything. I just forgot to put some quartz. And take it out of my inventory and put it in the proper place here. So for this machine setup here, it's going to be just this and this. And so it should start. There we go. Perfect. So all of our iron is going to come in here. It's going to be pulverized and it is going to be sucked up into there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is set it up to where it's not just iron but it's lead. It's all the things that we basically grind and then smelt. So iron set. We're going to do the same with tin. We're going to do that with lead. Let me move these down, separate them out, and clear some of this stuff out just so I don't confuse myself at all here. Okay, so iron and lead, copper, silver, not aluminum because aluminum doesn't work the same way, gold, ferrous, and I think, yeah, that's going to be it for us. I'll worry about the gravel. Don't get too much of it, so I'll, probably won't even worry about it, and if I do need it, I can see it in there. So we'll go ahead and set it this, this, and this. And so this will be kind of an automatic way. I'm going to redo this. This is a temporary setup for now. I'm going to redo this with maybe different machines, but definitely different imports. But this is a quick, easy way to start cleaning up all of our ores, and it'll just keep shoving all the iron, and then it'll go pretty much into the next thing, probably gold, and go on down the line. So that way we don't have to worry about automating things. So the next thing I want to do, actually I probably want to, what is that called? There's a block that I'm thinking of that I want to make over here that I've already made over there, and it is a pattern encoder, this one. And I want to do that. Will you make that for me? No, you won't, because I'm out of Fluix dust. There we go. Okay. So pattern encoder. And I want to go ahead and make one over here. Probably set it right there. Even though my crafting is over there, I want to have it over here just so when I'm like, okay, I need to make this, I need to make this, I need to make this, and then I'll run over there and put them all in. Ideally, once this room's set up properly, I'm not going to come over here, except unless I want to do my lasers. I just thought it would be really cool to put the lasers right in the middle of the room. So that, and I was running out of room over there to do it. So really, ideally, everything over here, once this room's set and it's really set, I'm not coming over here. All this stuff will be pretty much automatic. So we're running real good. Might have to think about something for this extra slot. I guess it won't. Yeah. I just don't want to mess with the IC2 stuff over here. I don't want to do it. We can always switch this up. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Be right back. Alright guys, so I'm kind of messing around because there's a lot of different ways to do this, but this way is with an interface. And I just want to tell this to go ahead and export down into our pulverizer, which that didn't work because I did that wrong. Let me break this real quick. Break you, give me all that. And this. And now I'm going to rerun this wiring a little bit more. Let's do this. I'm going to switch this up a couple different times to really get the one that I like. But we'll start like this. Interface going over right there, feeding down into the hopper that we lost. Really? Am I blind? I'm not seeing a hopper because it's over there. Come here. Thank you. Alright, you guys, chill out. Chill out. Are we all good now? Are we all good? Alright, so now what I'll do is hopper here. It saved the settings that I had started. So gold, silver, copper, tin, lead, ferrous. We need iron. Well, we need 1 iron. Okay, so that's feeding into this. We put the pulverizer there. It should be taking from the top. I want to do this and that. Alright, so basically this slot is going to go to the left. This slot here will go to the right for whenever I get extra ores and things like that. And then we're going to put a redstone furnace there, a redstone furnace there. I need you to accept from that side. You're accepting from the correct side. In fact, you're going to do that, and you're going to do that. And now we take, I should have a couple import buses here and here, and we'll connect that there and there. That's not going to mess it up. It works as a cable, so that's not a problem. So for the time being, it's going to do just gold now this time. So it's a derpy little setup, and I'm just going to run through a lot of different setups to show y'all. just the different ways that it can be done with thermal expansion. I'm trying to stay away from IC2, especially with it's been announced that all the mods for 1.7 are going to focus around thermal expansion. So I really, really, really want to keep everything thermal expansion centered. That, and I just like it better than IC2 anyways. So there's our setup for that. There's probably the next thing I need to do is create another couple of machines, and I guess I want to do a redstone furnace first. And in this case, the redstone furnace will be used for something a little bit different. I'm out of bricks, which means I need to run over there again. I'm trying to alleviate the running back and the forths, because it's not boring. Well, it is a little boring. It's a little time consuming. It's just more annoying than anything. So what I'm trying to accomplish is to click a button and get it. So with our machine down here, there's a lot of things I can click a button and get. But this doesn't know how to smelt unless you teach it how to smelt. You can't just say, you smelt it, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. Let's take silicon, for example. If I take them out, you see I don't have the crafting recipe for silicon because it's a smelting recipe. So I could, let's look at our quartz here. I've got probably going to end up having more sorter's quartz than anything else. So when I want to do silicon, I'll come down here, and if I want to encode a pattern, I would tell it silicon equals, or sorter's quartz dust equals silicon encode. Alright, so if I put that in here, you're going to see a red outline, which means it doesn't actually know how to do that. So we're going to teach it how to do that in a little bit different way using the interfaces. You can see I created a lot of interfaces. Some, like, I think I did 64, maybe. So I created a lot of interfaces. That's why I'm doing real bad on, I almost forgot the reason I came over here, on resources. So let's get some clay. We're going to smelt that up. And turned it into bricks over here. Let me clean out our inventory here. It's a little slow, I know, guys, but you'll see where this is going because it is very, very cool. Let's see, in our redstone furnace we need, okay, that's not bad, so I'm going to need another 2 moss. Oh no, that was, okay, something like that. Good enough, right. Clear this out. Brick, redstone furnace. Okay, we need to make our coil. We need to make our machine frame. And we have a redstone furnace. The reason a lot of people use IC2 for these machines is because they're faster once you put in speed upgrades. But it's there's a lot of resources that go into those upgrades alone, not to mention the machines. Not to mention the machines can blow up if you do it wrong. And then there is the simple fact that I just like the way these machines look. They look cooler to me than the IC2 ones. So it's a little vain, I guess. Alright, so our redstone furnace is going to go just right here for now. We're going to run some cabling over like this. And it will all get cleaned up, guys. Don't you worry. I'm going to run up here, grab us an interface. We are going to put that here. We're going to orientate it down. Now, if you see here this processing, if I actually put this here, it does not have the red thing. So if I go up here now, and I tell this machine that I want silicon, now there's an actual crafting recipe for it. So I'm going to run down here real quick, and you will see that it actually made the silicon. Now, it doesn't know how to get it out yet because I haven't taught it. So probably what I'll do is, I don't know, make an import or something like that. You could do another interface. No, you can't do another interface. There's a few different ways to do it, but what I'll just do is I'll run back behind here with the right tools. I know guys, I know. With the right tools, I'll run an import bus right there, and that's export. Do we have the resources for another one? Yes, we do. Great. Let me grab some more ME cable. Oh, I've got plenty of ME cable here. And we will go into bat mode. So what I'll do here, connect this there, and then we'll put that there. That will suck that out from the bottom when we tell it to. And so you can see now that it has gone into our system. Perfect. So that's why I made this over here, is for when I want to put those blank patterns into these interfaces. Fun. So I'll probably go ahead, and the next thing I can teach it, if I have any blank patterns, I can craft them, hopefully. Yeah, alright. So we ran out of some resources. I'll have to put a crafting, the crafting monitor over here, so I know what resources I've run out of. But here, and I want to grab some clay, which I put all in that machine to make bricks. Okay, so we can't do that one. What else can we teach this machine? Well, some of the things that I'm going to do constantly. I want to teach this machine how to smelt our processors, because it knows how to make it, but it doesn't know how to make our actual processor. So this is a basic processor assembly. When you smelt it, it becomes the ME basic processor, right? So let me do that. Let me have it craft up one of those. Nice. So we'll teach this, that one of these equals one of these, and code that. And if we put that into our interface here, it will now know how to make our ME our ME basic processor with one basic processor assembly smelted. Perfect. So you can really teach this thing anything, just about. So I'm going to run through, make a few of these modifications, and then we'll get on to a few other things, maybe like putting a interface above a magma crucible and a fluid transposer and a induction smelter, so we can teach things like hardened glass and pyrotheum dust and, I don't know, Enderium blend, so we can make tesseracts without actually having to do anything other than say, hey, make me a tesseract. That right there is the dream, guys. Y'all want to see something else that's pretty cool? Yeah. So now I don't have to worry about running out of glass. I've been burning through the stuff, making all these cables, so it's just going to straight up spit the sand in here. It will export the glass back into the ME importer, and we are making glass. Because what I was going to do is go ahead and make a ME crafting terminal monitor, but I didn't have any glass, so I was like, okay, I can teach the system how to do that, because I was going to make something else and I couldn't figure out what it needed. So there it's making the glass. Let's see here. I was trying to make an advanced processor and it finished. Sweet. And so I need to make one more. And it tells me it needs silicon. It knows how to make silicon. Very, very nice. This is fun, guys. This is where you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and just manually put this in here. It will suck it into our inventory, and then I will teach it over here how to do it as well. You kind of get addicted to it. It's like, you know, I don't want to make anything. I want you to make everything for me, so I'm going to teach you how to make it. And I'm going to teach you and teach you and teach you, and you just keep teaching. You just keep teaching. Encode that, and we will put it in there. So I'll show you here real quick. There's only so many slots. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slots. So you could just, you know, put another redstone furnace down, you know, if you run out of slots, which we will because we've already used 4. And there's plenty more things we can teach it that require, you know, some sort of smelting mechanic. So if basically you can teach this machine just about how to do anything as long as you teach it how to do every single step of the process. Alright guys, be right back. Alright guys, so the next thing I'm going to teach this bad boy, 1 piece of quartz equals 1 quartz dust. Encode that, and 1 piece of quartz equals 1 quartz dust. Encode that. And so these obviously are not recipes for our furnace. These are recipes for our pulverizer. Exact same setup. Put that there and there. And now if I take all of our quartz dust out, we can actually craft it. Very, very nice. I like it, guys. I like it a lot. So there are tons of things that I'm just going to keep teaching this machine, all these machines. It's one giant machine now to me. So I'm just going to keep teaching these machines everything that I can. I did have a little bit of a bug going on with this machine. Wasn't getting any energy. I'm not sure what the issue was, but I restarted the world and it powered right up. So who knows what it was, and right now it's going to do all the gold until there's no gold left. And being that I'm also running a quarry, well actually that quarry is in the nether, so but once it does that, you know, we have a huge backlog of things that need to be processed, so we're definitely probably working pretty good on all of our power. Well, not too bad. Some of these machines are working, some of them are chilling, you know. More than anything, I'd like to make sure that all these machines are working hard, but they're not. So, you know, that's the way it goes. That's great. That's what you love to see. Let me see here what we have this. No? So we got power going out of the top and the back. I'd really like for these machines to work harder all the time than these machines, just because we've got a lot more lava than we do ethanol. But I've been checking on the ethanol, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, I actually did a little trick here, and I don't know if this works all the time, but what I did, I just simply got rid of this conduit for a second and I put it back. And so what I knew that would do was it would force these machines to actually start running. And now it seems like they're still running, so these machines will run full blast, while these machines will take a little bit more of a break. Some of them will have to continue to work to keep up with the load because You know, those 5 machines back there aren't enough as far as dynamos go, but they're definitely working a lot less, so they'll be burning a lot less ethanol, and we'll be burning a lot more lava in turn. So I don't know if that always works. You know, I'll try it again, and if it ever, you know, happens again, I'll say, yes, that's the way it goes. But for now, it was just kind of a, may work, may not, but it did this time, so just so you know. Alright guys, so here's going to be a good little test of our machine here. I have 2 storage units down here that are empty, and I want to put some 4K storage cells there. As you can see, I don't have everything for it, but I believe I have taught it everything to do in the process. So what I'm going to do here is just watch. Right now it is currently crafting glass. So the glass is going over there into the stuff. It needs glass, it needs storage segments, it needs processors, it needs storage cells. It's going to make these things. It's crafting them one by one. Basically waiting on that glass to craft, and everything else kind of just follows right in suit. So hopefully here, as things do what they need to do, if we're missing anything, it'll tell us down here, and that's just, you know, simply missing materials. It's crafting this processor. It's made another processor. It's going to craft or it's going to actually, you know, smelt the processor and things like that. So now if I look in here, I should have 2 4K storage cells, and I didn't have to do anything about it. Let me grab that other one. I always forget that these don't stack. So now we have 2 more 4K storage cells. So the idea is now we're going to make a wall of storage cells, of MU drives, and it's just going to be green and red and yellow lights, or orange lights, as far as you can see. Just so we can, you know, completely strip this entire world of every single resource that it has. So what I want to do is go ahead and work on probably my next big project, which is another Steve's cart. And in this Steve's cart, what I'm going to want to do with it is have it mine along Y level 10 or 11. But I would like to make the process easier. So what I'm going to do is come in here and let's look at some of the recipes that I can teach it for Steve's carts. I am going to be using the reinforced hull, so I want to teach it how to make, at least as much as possible, teach this how to make the reinforced metal. Well, that comes from that. It doesn't know how to make that because it doesn't know how to make refined hardeners, right? So the most basic recipe we can teach it is this. I actually think I might have already taught it how to make raw hardeners. Let's see. No, I haven't. Okay. So I will put that raw hardener in our crafting multi-block. So if we go from there, that raw hardener gets smelted. So I need to teach it that raw hardener is smelted for refined hardener. And do I have any of those? Yes, I do, but I don't have the raw hardener. So let's go. Probably should have done this first. Take it over there. Just gonna add, you know, that's why we made it so big, because I don't even want to have to mess with making a Steve's cart other than, you know, assembling some of the final stuff. So it's gonna be really nice to do all this junk. So we'll throw this in here, and then we'll come up here and we will request some raw hardener. Tell it to craft 1. It'll craft 2 just because that's what the recipe is. And then I'll go back over here and I'll teach it that smelting the raw hardener gets you the refined hardener, and then I'll teach it the recipe and I'll do all that. Don't worry, I won't be running back and forth. I'll actually cut the recording. That way you don't have to watch it, but we'll kind of see the end process. So be right back. Alright guys, so finished product time. If I want to make reinforced metal, take that out, and I'll just tell it 1. It'll obviously make more, but I've taught it every step of the process. So it is currently crafting that. That should have taken longer. Probably because I already had a lot of resources in there. Let's tell it that I want to make. Actually, I haven't taught the recipe to that, and I have to teach the wheels, and it's kind of a waste. No, it's never a waste, right? We'll teach it how to make the wheels real quick. Let's teach it how to make the whole cart, why don't we? Alright, so let's teach it the wheels and the cart. So I'm going to tell it now. It has quite a bit of resources, but I don't think it has enough for the whole cart. I'll keep those. Alright, so if I want to make a cart, let's see. There we go. So I want it to craft the reinforced hull 1. It's going to take a while. Oh, we need to teach it how to make iron bars. Easy enough. Easy enough. I don't hit O unless you're in the actual type bar there. Iron bars. Click that in. Now you know how to make iron bars. Alright. Coming back up here. So it's just crafting things. It'll, keep making the things that it needs slowly but surely. It's going to take a little bit of time, not too much time. If I just gave it the reinforced metal that I have in my inventory, it would just pretty much be done. But we want to make sure that there's no hiccups along the way, so we're kind of bug testing here. So making all the things that it needs, smelting slowly. That's why, I think I've said this probably 3 times now, that's why a lot of people do IC2, because you can make it go a lot faster. But I just like the thermal expansion. I don't mind waiting, because normally when I'm not talking to y'all, I'm a little bit ahead of the game, and I know my next step and next step and next step. So I know the things that I'm going to be doing. That wasn't too bad. So if I look here, look at that. I have a reinforced hull all ready for me. So I could go upstairs where I put my Steve's cart thing and start assembling this bad boy, our cart assembler, and I could start assembling the cart that I'm going to be using. Not going to get to that in this episode, because then we'd run really, really long. But I am going to make another Steve's cart in the next episode, so I hope you guys come back for that one. Not a lot of people make this one, so you definitely want to check it out. My guys died. I don't know when they died, but they died. All of a sudden I came out and they were just gone. So I'm starting to see more and more corruption in the world, so it's kind of what you got to deal with when you somebody cut down my tree. That was my favorite tree. So yeah, the more you play with this stuff, the more corrupt it becomes. So hopefully I get to what I want to do before I've just, this world is completely done. That would be nice, because I have a cool little video I plan on doing at the end of showcasing this in a magnificent way. And no, I'm not going to blow it up the way everybody else ends all their series, is blowing up their world with a nuke or something. I'm not going to nuke this bad boy. I promise. Alright guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the overworld.